No man in the history of One Piece ever dared to take Emu's place or Emu's throne, except for two men. Roxy Zebek, Marshall D. Teach, and way back in the Void Century, it is Joyboy, and now since we've read the previous chapter, you can say Davy Jones. We all know that Roxy Zebek and Marshall D. Teach are no ordinary men. And in the current era of One Piece, no man has ever dared to even think about the idea of taking Emu-sama's throne. Because they all, like everybody in the One Piece world, believed that this throne is empty because there's not a living soul that has the power to be in the empty throne. Since the idea of the Gorosei telling the people, or like trying to convince the people that no man has ever like sat in this throne because of equality and all that bullshit that we all know of, okay? Except for two men, Roxy Zebek and Marshall D. Teach. They are the two men that wants to be the king of the world, which is to take Emu's place or to take Emu's throne. And now Roxy Zebek, when he destroyed the gate of justice and immediately like went to Emu-sama's room, this without a doubt means that Roxy Zebek knows about Emu's existence, right? And this totally means that since Blackbeard is following the footsteps of his father, Roxy Zebek, he probably knows the existence of Emu-sama. And since Marshall D. Teach is a historian man, and probably Roxy Zebek is the same, so yeah, eventually they found out the idea of the empty throne isn't empty or whatever, or however they figured like Emu-sama's existence, okay? Now this leads us to two things, okay? It is between Joyboy and Davy Jones, as I said at the beginning of this video. They are probably the two men that had some rivalry like against or with Emu-sama, which is the history of Joyboy and Emu we all know of, right? Because, I mean, we've seen it in the moral at chapter 11 and 38, the Frankie's moral, that Emu-sama was against them all, which includes Nika or Joyboy or Luffy or whatever, okay? So, this means that Emu-sama and Joyboy's rivalry like started way back, okay? And it might actually be like, as we've read like in the first world, in the moral, that it started before even the existence of the Joyboy, like in 800 years ago. So this probably goes way back like 3, 4, 5,000 years ago with the real Nika, probably like the real sun god Nika. And then like eventually it became Joyboy, and then now in the current era it is Luffy. So Luffy and Joyboy and Nika are connected, which is they are the three men that has the ability to fight Emu or to finally take the throne or take down Emu-sama, like take down Emu-sama's tyranny, right? Now, let's go to Davy Jones. Roxy Zebek and Marshall D. Teach are the only two men to ever exist in the history of One Piece to ever dare to take Emu-sama's throne. And now Roxy Zebek told Emu-sama that he admires Davy Jones. And Davy Jones, even in our real world, like in the 17th century, 18th century, in the pirates era, in our real world, they admire Davy Jones. He was the legend of Davy Jones, that he holds the treasure and everything. And in this story of One Piece, he's the man who started the Davy back fight because of how the pirates admire Davy Jones, and they started this Davy back fight. And we all know that Roxy Zebek got his crew from the Davy back fight. Like probably it is the fact that he took them from the Davy back fight, okay? So it is important. This is based from Davy Jones and the idea of Davy Jones, and because he's a legendary pirate in the world of One Piece and in our like the legend in the real world, he is a legendary pirate, and he's arguably one of the first men to ever be a pirate. Okay, I know it is a fact, like Vegapunk said it, that Joyboy was the first man to ever be a pirate. So this leaves us to two options, which I said in the previous video, okay? That Davy Jones is either this or this, which is Oda never told us the real name of Joyboy. And we all know that his real name is not Joyboy, right? Because he is the Joyboy, but his real name is Monkey D whatever or something else, right? So I do believe that it could be possible, okay, don't leave this video when I tell you this, hear me out. It could be possible that the real name of Joyboy is Davy Jones. Okay, hold on. Just give me a minute. It is an option, right? Because he is one of the biggest names, and he's the legend himself, Davy Jones, and he was one of the first few to ever be a pirate, right? So it is possible that he is Joyboy, because it is not confirmed yet, okay? And it could be stupid, okay? I'm gonna admit it. It could be stupid. But now let's go to the other option. Which is more realistic which is that Davy Jones has the devil fruit of Hetu no Mi, but he is the devil. He's not Sun God Nika, he is the devil. And since some people do like worship the devil, which is, I know it's crazy, but it happens. So since that some people do, I do believe that Davy Jones has this devil fruit, which is the total opposite of Joyboy or Nika, right? Because it is the total opposite of Sun God Nika, which liberates people and stuff, but the devil doesn't. And since now Marshall D. Teach, Roxy Zibik, is the total yin-yang with Luffy and Roger, it makes sense for them to admire the guy who is the total opposite of Joyboy, which is the real Joyboy, which is the real Sun God Nika. So I do believe that it is possible that Davy Jones has the Hetu no Mi, the devil. Like now we know that the Hetu no Mi, Sengoku has it, which is Buddha, the god, and so many other characters that has the legendary type, which is like an ancient god or something in the story of One Piece and in our real world, like the Phoenix and stuff. But now it is Hetu no Mi, which is a legendary type, of course, the devil himself. It is possible since now Emu-sama has the devil's contract, and she or he can turn everybody into devil, and he has all the traits to be the devil. I do believe that Emu-sama took it from Davy Jones. And that is how Emu-sama and Joyboy became like a total opposite, like a yin yang, because Joyboy has the Hetu no Mi Sun God Nika, and Emu-sama has the Hetu no Mi, the devil itself. And that is why I do believe that Marshall D. Teach and Roxy Zibik consider Davy Jones to be their Joyboy. And since that in the real history, Roxy Zibik knows that Emu-sama killed Davy Jones and took his devil fruit, that is why, and that is how Roxy Zibik and Marshall D. Teach, they want to be the king of the world to take Emu-sama's place, which is, they do believe that it is the inheritance of Davy Jones, and he has all the rights. They have all the right. Roxy Zibik and Marshall D. Teach, they have all the right to have or to take the empty throne because it is Davy Jones's, right? So that is how I do believe that Roxy Zibik and Marshall D. Teach consider Davy Jones to be their god, their Joyboy, because he had the Hetu no Mi, the devil himself or the devil itself, and Emu-sama killed Davy Jones, and she or he took Davy Jones's devil fruit, and that is how it is started between Emu-sama and Joyboy, which is the Sun God Nika versus the devil himself. And I guess that's it, guys. I know it might be stupid, but it makes sense, right? I mean, it really does make sense. Thank you guys for watching. Write in the comments, what do you guys think that is possible for it to happen? Thank you guys for watching. Mwah.